the cameras on. You're riding with me through the storm. From the stories to the struggle, yeah, you've been there all along. Oh. Late nights, real talk, true spilling through the mic, and the chaos crew shows up every single time. You ain't just fuse, your family. Every comment hits like loyalty. Through the highs and the lows, you ride for me, and that means more than you'll ever see. Shout out to the chaos crew. The best on YouTube is true. You keep this whole thing real. Every word, every view. From the heart, yeah, bitch, got you. I'm grateful every time I do what I do. No one else compares to you. The chaos crew, the realest crew. From Port Phillip tales to streets so cold. You've heard my pain, you've seen it unfold. But through the
Aha. Am I muted now?
ain't no love like the chaos crew. You've been here since day one, holding me down. From nothing to something, we built this ground. I say it loud, I say it proud. Chaos crew, you win.
Alrighty.
Shout out to the chaos crew.
Angelic legend. Wait. I'm sure that'll be working now. Anywho. Is that microphone working? Audio good. Thank you. Alrighty, who did I miss? Kevin Kirkman, how you going? Angelic, Jamie Bryant, Pasha Blue, Charlie Jones, Sammy, what's going on, skis? Oh yeah, awesome. Hey, there's my beautiful mumsy. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to make a habit of that. I realised today having conversation with somebody that, yeah, I kind of let the lives and everything kind of, yeah, just get into a what's the word? A pattern that was not good. You know what I mean? So I apologise for the past month or so where I have been, you know, late for lives, late for videos, this and that. My pledge to you guys is to be on time every time. I'm good, thank you, Gunny. How are you, mate? Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I put it up today. I haven't put them in the frames yet. I thought, what a waste. They're just sitting there doing nothing. So I put them up today. I've still got more here. Twisted 10, what's going on, legend? It's freezing here in East Tennessee. Damn, what time is it in East Tennessee? Life is life, can't always be on time. This is true. This is true. But like, I will be doing my utmost best. If I tell you legends that I'm going to be doing something at this time, it will be happening at that time. Obviously, like someone just said in the chat, sometimes you can't help bad luck. But otherwise, yes, when it's within my power, we will definitely be doing better. Pictures look hectic. Thank you, legend. Sean Bissell, how you going, legend? Aussie Gravedigger, what's going on, legend? Matthew Aitken. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the fires, but yeah, there's definitely the smoke. The smoke definitely picked up again this afternoon, which was really weird because like there was no smoke this morning, and then this afternoon, yeah, the smoke picked up again, only to find out there's still like there's more fires, but obviously there's still a lot of fires burning around, but spot fires are popping up. It seems to be a bit of a hazard actually. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. So this one here, I like this one. It's one of my favorite. That's the bit off Scarface that says, "You need people like me, so you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy." And then oh yeah, you can see it's got like Tony Montana down the bottom. If you need to start stream 15 minutes early so we can say hi to each other. Oh yeah, so I can do that. I can do that. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. You know what? I thought that might be an issue because of the heat. Yeah, good timing. Good timing. It's literally been there all day, and 2 minutes after I start a live, it comes down. It doesn't look straight. Anyway, it's the best I can do for now, I suppose. Not the spicy none. I loved them. As soon as I seen them, I was like, I actually really liked them. Yeah, especially these two. Oi, Matthew Aiken, you bloody legend. Why aren't the poster girls vaping instead? I mean, that's probably a good point to make. Is it healthy though? You know, you've got all these people that say, "I vape now because smoking is so bad for your health." I imagine that vaping is just as bad, just as bad. And good doors. Thank you, Matthew Aiken, for the super duper, a bloody legend. Just in time for religious instructions. Yeah, that's right. Everybody grab a Bible. No, I'm joking. They're very suited to my personality. Thank you, Mumsy. I would actually probably, like, I wouldn't probably get them tattooed, but I'd probably get that tattooed. I'd probably get that tattooed as a leg job or something like that. The devil vapes. Jesus would smoke a cigar. I like it. Hey Biff, any chance of doing a video follow up on the bloke who got posting cooking videos in news? Oh, are you talking about? Yeah, that's a fairly old video though, I believe. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a fairly old video, and I actually saw there's I've got over 700 videos now, so but there is in there I have done a reaction video to that one. Do I think that Duncan is a good name for a baby boy? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It only matters what you think because you have to you have to put up with that name for the rest of your life. So yeah. Thank you, Hex. Glad you're okay. Thank you, Hex, you absolute legend. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, it was scary today. I wasn't sure what's gonna happen, but like obviously we have reception, so Vic Emergency is working today, and yeah, we're in no danger. So but I will say that like there's something that makes it scary about that wall of smoke. Like I don't know what it is, and like I am man enough to say that that is fucking scary, and I don't know what it is about that. But when you can see like not a silver lining, it's like a fucking orange lining through that smoke clouds. It's actually very daunting. Reminds me of Kat Von D if she was in Sin City. Oh yeah, true. Hey, whatever happened to them shows? Remember that they were. They, I remember before I got locked up on my big one, that all of that LA Ink and all those different tattoo shows were the go. They were massive. There wasn't many. Obviously, it wasn't streaming services. It was like Foxtel and stuff back then. But I remember tattoo shows were massive. Now you just don't see it. It's primal, like it's in real deep. Did you see the video of the farmer using his grater to make a fire break? No, I didn't. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. In times like this, the way that you see communities banding together is a sight. Do you know what I mean? And there was places that because we had no power and stuff like that, there were businesses that had fucking always forget what it's called, the Elon Musk internet, Starlink, right? So they had Starlink, so they were giving people free internet. There were people that were stuck in certain places that can't get food. But I'll tell you what, I've got I've got a bone to pick. I've really, really got a bone to pick with there's a couple of things that needed to be fixed, I think. Like there needs to be a way that people can get notifications that you are in a danger zone if there is no reception. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but here's the truth. I can pick up my phone right now and I can dial 000 if I have no reception and it's going to go through. So, them saying that they can't do it is absolutely bullshit. So, that is one mistake. And then another one is our premier shutting the roads down and stopping people. So declaring the state like a state of emergency and or state of disaster actually, and so all the roads around these areas are blocked off. So people trying to give food, um, hay and stuff for the cattle, and they can't get in. And so like it's just stupid. There's a lot of things that I don't know that needed to be fixed. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. I'd get the nun on the other end. Oh, yeah. Which one? But yeah, there's some sharing weaknesses makes you vulnerable, and showing vulnerability demonstrates strengths. Thanks for being the tough guy in situations. Thanks for not being the tough guy in situations like this. Yeah, absolutely. It was fucking scary. Like, yeah, I couldn't have said that enough, to be honest. Binksy, a bloody legend. We got rain up here in Queensland. Hopefully, it'll head your way. You know what? That's what always spins me out. That's what spins me out about these times. Like, and it always happens every year. So in Queensland, they've got flooding. So, like, people are perishing in the floods. And on the other end of the country, we've got wildfires. It's like, it's crazy. Oh, the one down the end? So are you saying that you would put that one down that end? The thing was, I didn't want because these two are both having cigarettes. We'll say, um, I didn't want to have two having a cigarette right next to each other. Jonesy boy, you bloody legend. Thank you very much, legend. I know we'll let you guys know. So if it is a little bit delayed, so I'm on Restream. So what you guys see on YouTube, you guys see it before me, and so it does come through a little bit later for me. Benny Colt, you bloody legend. See, that just came through then. Thank you, you absolute legend. I'm glad you and your family are okay. Yeah, definitely. Like, but there was times where I was like, you know, second guessing myself, have I made the right decision here? But in the end, it didn't even matter anyway. It did not even matter anyway. Like, yeah, I don't know. Something needs to be said about these road closures, not letting people in or out. So, what about the people that wanted to leave and, like, once it's too late to leave, you can't leave? Like, that's like ridiculous. Um, I think yeah, it was just ridiculous. Oi, JD, you bloody legend. Biff, every year we go through these bushfires. Why don't we have better services to prevent this shit? I agree. We know 3 days to a week ahead when there's 40 plus days, we could soak the trees in advance. Look, I agree. I totally agree. And I'll tell you what, like, yeah, I don't know. I said this in a few comments today that I actually realised how underprepared I was to stay behind when I stayed behind. Like, quite scary actually. Melinda, how you going, legend? KB, you bloody legend. Hey, a tradable, you bloody legend. Here's $10 for fuel. Oh, you bloody legend. Gadoosh. But seriously, it's a shame Labor Greens can't do good fire management. Yeah, look, but like, here's the truth. Like, I live around these areas, right? And you see that those fire management teams, not the CFA, I'm talking about the ones that go up there and do all the fire breaking and with the bulldozing and shit like that. Like, those dudes are doing a lot of work, and like, as a matter of fact, they are 24/7 working up there right now. You know, my hat goes off to all of them. At a stage, more people die in the car because the roads are longer passable due to fallen trees, vulnerability. Yeah, and you know what? That's exactly what the guy said as well. Like, you don't want to get stuck on a road. And these are all things that you don't like. You don't think about. You know what I mean? It's yeah, bro. Last time we were in that situation, we had a pool full of draft and watching an Elvis the helicopter and some plane dumping water at the end of the street. That would have been crazy. I remember. So they're still flying over now. You hear them. You hear them so much. They've been going, yeah, flat out those helicopters, the fire helicopters. Was he a bloody legend? How you going? Most are volunteers. I know you got your hat's really got to go off to them people, like especially putting their life on the line and they're volunteers. That's like that's what that's the Aussie spirit right there. That's what being an Aussie is about. Stephen says there was almost $1 billion in donations since our last bushfires in 2012. Where has that money gone? I agree. I agree. I remember the talk about this. Yeah, I agree. Where does all that money go? Where does it go? Oh, the '07, you bloody legend. It's because we spend all our cash. Yeah, one day they come years and picked up from the neighbours. Damn, mate, the helicopter is big. Yeah, I seen it. I remember. Can't remember where it was. I actually think it was in Hastings actually when they had fires at the Altways there. But yeah, I seen it then. It was actually quite big. Yeah, that's it, Tex. Rest in peace to the old bloke that lost his life in Longwood. Um, yeah, very very sad. Cattle farmer trying to protect his farm, and that's the thing as well. Like the farmers are very much of the, you know, the captain goes down with the ship type thing. Thank you, Wazza. One fell down before. I could not believe it. So they've been up there all day, and I was actually worried. Like as you guys know, I'm putting them in frames, so I didn't want to do any damage to the pictures. So I just used blue tack, and because they are on canvas, um, like a few minutes after I started the live, one fell down. Take it easy, everyone. Glad you're doing okay, Biff. Got to bounce. Check in again soon. No worries, Pasha. Thank you, legend. We have a saying in New South Wales that says it stands for Newcastle, Sydney, Wollongong because that's where the money gets spent, not the bush. I mean, yeah, yeah, makes sense. Tracy, how you going, legend? Just wanted to say hi, and I'm glad you and your son are safe. Catch you all next time. Hey, thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. What was actually funny is so Ryder being in that video. So it turns out that one of our longtime viewers is actually one of Ryder's mother's friends. So was yeah quite crazy. Um, Sent me a message today saying, "What a bloody spin out! Like I know exactly who your young fella is." Where do prisoners go when the bushfires near the jail? So here's the thing, right? So um, I know with the B rating prisons and the open camp prisons, so you sign a thing when you go there, and most of the time people don't even know what they're signing. They just want to get through that induction period. But it's more common in the open camp. So you actually sign a waiver at the start saying if there is a bushfire, you have to stay and fight. So it is you have to sign a thing. So, but as far as the supermax and like the maximum security prisoners, I really don't know what they would do in a bushfire scenario. Like if there was one close to the prison, I guess most prisons they are kind of out in the middle of the open, so you'd kind of be able to burn back and make sure the fire didn't hit it. But yeah, I wouldn't know what they do in maximum security. Thank you, Jonesy boy, you bloody legend. They get locked in or released. Yeah, that's actually so. That's actually what would happen too. You know. Shout out to JJ. I will let her know. She's on her Facebook page at the moment, doing community stuff with the community stuff. Exactly, they funnel our resources out of the country and away from us. This is true, Mr. Reese, you bloody legend. You need someone working for you, like the person in court that types the comment, reading them to these days. I am trying to keep up. It is hard, so probably over the next week I'll roll it out. So I don't know if you guys have seen it on Twitch. So the members and subs. So you have to be a sub to be able to do it. You can type in comments, but the thing is, yeah, sometimes 1,000 people, well, 80 people want to type a comment at the same time on the voice comment. But it doesn't, yeah, it'll just do one comment at a time. But yeah, it does get hard. Every year they contract a helicopter from Los Angeles. Well, there you go. Every MPA, you bloody legend. I have landed in Korea, so I am catching up. If I say something stupid, apologies. Ah, you'll be right. Yeah. Obviously, the Korea trip went all right. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, to be honest. We can set up TTS for so people pay a few bucks to say something. I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah, so the thing is though, I don't want people to have to pay for it. That's the thing. I don't want people to have to um, yeah, I don't want to have people to have to pay for anything really. San says, "Hi, I'm a newbie. How are you doing? I've been watching you, Biff. I like your content. I'm an Aussie from the top end. Stay safe, guys." Oh, thank you, Sans, and welcome aboard the Chaos Train. Biff, my kids, Joy and Cruz, just want you to know that they are happy you and your son are okay and safe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Forever Flat, and thank you, Cruz, and thank you, Joy, you absolute bloody legends. Douche. Bluetooth it. Tell him Uncle says thank you. Slip over to North Korea and put a Chaos Chronicles poster up. Damn, that would probably be instant death, I would imagine. No problem, Sans. Oi, tell me something. What's everyone's favourite Subway? What is your go-to Subway, legends? Front, front. Karen Sherlock, thank you very much. Thank you. Oi, Happy Days, you bloody legend. Happy Days is gifted out 10 memberships. So if you have just realised that your name is in green now and instead of in the grey, you have just received a free membership and you are these people. So thank you to Happy Days. This is Milko 32, Sama 85, Chain Mat, Rusted Plastic, Aussie Lana, Luke Hamo, Travis Knight, Matt Gitz, Jai MK. Hey, well done, Jai. And Chris Lesnar. There you go, legends. Gadoosh. You can thank Happy Days for that. And Happy Days, you absolute bloody legend. Thank you very much. Chicken teriyaki. Oh yeah, I don't mind that one. I don't mind that one. I used to be a meatball sub guy. Whenever I got Subway, I'd be a meatball sub. But now I go the Philly steak and 3 cheeses. Gadoosh. They've moved the Bondi shooter to Golden Supermax. They've got him in protection, sadly. So I mean, I guess we all knew that he was never. There was never ever going to be a time that the shooter was never going to go to not protection. Was never ever going to go to a mainstream unit. Never, not once for 1 second. Um, but let's get one thing straight. New South Wales prisons are a lot different than other states. And I would really like to say that he probably won't come out of there alive. The McAnzac says, "Hi Biff, it's really fun that you do the live shows too. I joined the RFS Volunteer Firefighters last year. I hope to save some legends' houses like you. Also, I reckon they should be a movie about you." Thank you, legend. And thank you. Thank you for being a fireman. I mean, that once again, these things that unless you've been through something yourself, you don't really realize the sacrifices that these people are putting themselves through. And that's not to say that like I guess I can be a little bit naive sometimes, and I will honestly admit that. And yeah, I guess this whole fire thing opened my eyes to so many things. Like it really did. I don't eat Subway after Jared got fired. Well, let's face it. Jared didn't just get fired. Jared got sent to prison for being one of the worst PDF files around. Yeah. Oi, Marky P, you bloody legend. I'd rather eat better food at better value that actually supports Australian restaurants, kebab. Look, I agree, but yeah, there's very few and far between that I can do at the moment. Um, so I'm caught in a catch 22, right? So the ATMs aren't working, but the supermarkets are only accepting cash, and then they're only taking one person through at a time. Like it's just a nightmare. And actually, today when I went there, it was just completely closed. So hence why Subway, yummo, yummo. If there was a movie made about you, Biff, what actor would play you? I mean, geez, that's a crazy question. That I don't know. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy. I don't know if I had a choice. If I had a choice, like that dude's a good actor and a good character actor, and 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 like I may or may not have ever since I watched that movie copied his style, glasses, haircut, and all. You know, I kind of was like, I like that, and so that's what kind of like shaped my style. What I am now. It was kind of Peaky Blinders cross Tom Hardy from Legend movie. Nessie, you bloody legend. Shannon Daniel Norgate was the PDF I saw a story online. So, Shannon Daniel Norgate, one of our worst ever convicted PDF files. There was a time when actually I would be in trouble for saying that, but we're allowed to say it these days. But that guy actually, you know how I always say in my videos that the real justice happens to these people behind the prison walls, and people always say in the comment section, nothing will happen to them. They'll be in protective custody, and no one will be able to get to them. Shannon Daniel Norgate got the absolute napalming that nearly took his life just a couple of weeks ago. Hey Biff, I couldn't believe how many clowns wanted KFC when they got out. I was craving lamb shanks and mash. What were you craving? Oi, do you know what? Don't feel bad, but I was one of those clowns craving KFC. But here's the truth, right? So when I got locked up, my favorite go-to meal every single time I got takeaway was a Zinger Tower burger, right? They don't make them anymore. They make Zinger Stacker burgers. So a Zinger Tower burger was a stacker burger, but it had a hash brown in it. And so my whole sentence, I craved that, and I craved a triple cheeseburger. I don't know why. I don't even go to Macca's. And it wasn't even the first meal I got when I got out. The first meal when I got out was a kebab with the lot. So yeah, kebab with the lot. Oi, Cresta Mia, you bloody legend. Oh, what did I miss? Don't worry, I'm not even going looking. Bro, I got out and the first thing was a Carlton draft. See, a lot of people, yeah, say that, but well, I guess for me, especially if you get out and you're on parole and you've got two ankle bracelets on, one's a GPS ankle bracelet and one's a drug and alcohol ankle bracelet, and so these ankle bracelets are that sensitive. You can't even be in a licensed venue because it might go off. But if you're on parole, you're not allowed in a licensed venue anyway. So. What's everyone on tonight? Nothing, because I'll tell you why. Because we are not doing alcohol lives anymore. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I don't know. There is an absolute legend in the chat today that yeah, made me realize a lot of things, and so I'm going to make a lot of changes. And one of those changes is not drinking alcohol on live. So cordial it is. When I got out, I had two Hong Kongs, and me too, bro. Every time, every time. Well, yeah. I didn't notice. I think the thing was like, um, yeah, I think it was just too hard for everyone to tell whether I was or I wasn't. And yeah, I just don't want it to be like that. I think it's like it's also like given the wrong message. Like I also never used to drink on live until like about 2 months ago. So yeah, I don't even know what used to happen there. I went from frothy Fridays to frothy Wednesdays as well to like, 3 or 4 times a week. And it was just yeah, I just realized, yeah, that's you guys deserve better than that. And I am absolutely gonna be giving you nothing but better than that. What did I do for New Year's? I did I did this for New Year's. I spent New Year's with my community, and yeah, we just chilled out here on live, and that's what we did. Yeah, 100%. And like I'm always like I'm a realist, and I am probably like sometimes too honest for my own good. But the truth is, like I noticed that, um, if I didn't do something about this, that and also other people noticed this as well, that it was creating a culture that I absolutely didn't want to be the person supporting this culture, which is actually the total opposite what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, I apologize for letting people for letting it get away there for a little while. Yeah. If you presented weak but come out a hero, looking after everyone around you beside yourself. Ah, thank you, absolute legend. But here's the thing too. Like I am not even a drinker, so like literally the last 2 months, I have drunk in the last 2 months more than I have in the last 20 years. Granted, most of them 20 years were spent behind bars, but you still get drunk in prison. Let's not get it twisted. But yeah, there goes that one. 100%. Oi, and that's the exact truth. That's the exact truth, Luke. And you know what? I'm putting that up there on the screen. And that's the exact truth. Says you're a professional YouTube now, Biff. Don't matter what you do, can't be intoxicated doing it as well. And not only that, not only that, um, not only that, like yeah, there was having a chat with one of the legends um, today, and it really yeah, was good. You're a legend. You know who you are. Rename. Oh, it's good England. Remain nameless. But yeah, I respect you for it, legend. Gadoosh. In moderation. Yeah, but not even in moderation, I don't think. Like, yeah. I might have missed it, but did you discuss Desi Freeman and his whereabouts during the bushfires? I didn't. I absolutely didn't. But there will be a mention of that somewhere over the next week in a video. Um, I think I will be making a very, very relevant point that will make a few people go, hmm. Chaos Cool Tattoo. Which one? New levels, new devils. Yeah, 100%. But like, it's it's all of that what everyone's saying in the chat right now and more. You know, like I feel like, you know, I sign off every single video saying, "Don't do drugs and crime, and you won't end up in prison." Well, alcohol's a drug, and like, doesn't matter what way you look at it. Like me doing that on live is not setting a fucking good message, and like, yeah, I just I've somehow let myself get stuck into that, thinking it was okay, and it is absolutely not okay. You legends deserve better than that. Here's the truth, you know, people deliberately come into my lives when they know have had a couple of drinks to bait me and stuff like that. It makes everyone in here times like it makes a shit time for everyone. So yeah, don't worry, guys. I am absolutely yeah. Oh, 100%. I'll always admit when I'm wrong. I'm not a deflector. I won't deflect, you know. I'll put my hand up every time and say, "Yep, I'm a man and I fucking made a mistake." No, thank you, Karen. You're a better example than footy players. Like I would say that even too. My God, if you've seen any of them blokes out on the weekend, um, there were times in my life where I used to cater for them guys. I will say, and yeah, they are exactly how you imagine they would be on the weekend. My grandpa got off the alcohol by smoking weed in the 60s and 70s. Oh yeah, like I haven't got a bloody drinking addiction. Like I wasn't even drinking every day, but like it got to the point where it was happening like 3 out of the 7 lives I was doing a week, and that's too much for me. And also, like I think that um, moving forward, like it's very important for me to be healthy for my family. Um, you know, I do have multiple sclerosis, which is a degenerative disease. So there is going to be a time when, you know, things aren't so fucking great for me. So I think that I need to get on top of all that stuff now. But like, yeah, like I said, I'll put my hand up every time and say I made a mistake. And that's exactly what I did. And yeah, very, very easily got myself into a comfortable position where it was like okay to do that when it's absolutely not okay to do that. You guys deserve better than that. And yeah, I'm sorry. Much love and respect to all you guys. Gadoosh. Jonesy's good man, Biff. I got to get off the same path as drinking, and yes, we're men. That's it. We all make mistakes. You know what I mean? That's it. At the end of the day. My New Year's resolution was to stop hanging around alcoholics. So I'm giving up on AA. Yep, very good, very good, very good. Um, message you ever said, put down the bag and pick up the kids. Got some merch out there with that slogan. Get some merch out there. You know what? I always forget about that, and you actually say that to me. Yeah, all the time. Run your own game alone, and this channel was going well. You don't need someone holding your hand. Yeah, yeah, take it on board. All constructive criticism will be taken on board. I'm a bit of a feedback demon, actually. So, yeah, I take all feedback on board. Hey bro, don't know who got in your ear, but you don't have to apologize. You have done nothing wrong except felt no. So no one got in my ear and told me that I have to apologize to you guys. No one actually. So it was just upon me chatting with somebody today, it made me realize a lot of things. And so, yeah, nobody's in my ear making me. As a matter of fact, nobody knew I was going to be doing an apology today. Not even me earlier on today. I actually, upon having that conversation with that person, like I said, during that conversation, it made me realize a lot of things that I was doing wrong. It wasn't somebody else pointing out to me, you're doing this wrong, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is right. I'm just saying, this is what all came about with my conversation with somebody else. So, yeah. Hey, Biff, I wonder if the body at Longwood was really Desi Freeman. Well, I wonder if the bushfires were a smokescreen. That's all I'm going to say. No, and absolutely pun intended on that. Yeah. Oh, JJ, you bloody legend. Only reason I say it, Biff, is because it's true. It's the single most powerful thing you ever said on here. No, I agree. I agree. And you actually like bring that back. And not only that, you made me realize that I didn't say it this year, which actually, what made me start saying it again this year. They showed the person who perished in the fires on the news tonight was not Desi. No, so it was a farmer. It was a farmer. So there's been two. There's been two people actually that have lost their lives because of the fire. I was informed that the fire got lit the day before the heat, lightning, and winds. Look, I'm not saying no one can possibly say whether that's true nor fiction, whether it's true or false. But all I can say is that in the background, there's a lot of stuff being said about well that that exactly right there, that the fire actually started before the lightning storms had came. Um, and yeah, I mean, obviously, people who get right into conspiracy theorists, don't get me wrong, I love a good conspiracy theory, but I think some people like dive into them a little bit too much. But there is a lot of stuff getting said on the fringes right now, which is to be expected. Good, JJ. What are you doing? How's everything going on your end? That was a good video you did. Was it in your town, Benalla? Um, so it is in one of the fire districts, is what I will say. How's everything going on the Facebook, JJ? Lucky only 2 lives were lost, but so many animals. 100%. My birds are going off. Hopefully, we don't cop it. Yeah, look, I hope not. Chef Camsey, a bloody legend. Afternoon, you legend. Love your work. You remind me of old mates I used to hang out with. That WR that. Oh, am I on Facebook? I am, but like I don't do Chaos Chronicles Facebook stuff. Some people just find me at my personal Facebook. JJ says, I have been absolutely inundated today since starting this page on Facebook. I've actually already got a couple of people jumping on board and offered an office. Offered. Oh, yeah, that's good as. I have 2 meetings tomorrow, been speaking to the council and many. Oh, that's good as. That is good as. Good on ya. Oi, thank you, Gunny, you bloody legend. Oi, everyone. That's all my links there. So we've got my Twitter or X. We've got my merchandise store, which is my bonfire, my Patreon, and then that is my email address down the bottom there. You sent me? You sent me a copy of the proposal you sent to the council? I'll have to read it. Kind of mates you hung out with, if you carried on too much, you got put in your place, and I respected them for it. True. I think them old, the old values are really really dying out in our society in life. I think in my days we used to call them like knockabouts. Someone that wasn't a criminal but was like very stern in their ways, and you know, oi, I ride, you bloody legend. So no, so if you're talking about my PO box that's connected to my TikTok, that's an old PO box. I live in a different area now, and I'm actually having difficulties getting one. But yeah, it's not impossible. It's just yeah. Why do we start believing and having trust in our councils and governments when natural disasters happen, but continue watching them fuck us the rest of the time in life? I agree. I agree. Oi, Hursty, you bloody legend. Jai, you bloody legend. I sent a proposal to the council, hopefully allow me to open a point of contact hub for people to come to get information they need in their current situation. When you're writing a book, Biff, you know what? I get asked that a lot, and I always say the same thing. I always say the exact same thing. I don't think my book's got an ending to it yet, so I'll write my book when I believe it's got an ending to it. Every book needs a good ending, right? You can't, you know what I mean? You know, Lord of the Rings, if they didn't have good endings, they wouldn't be movies now. Yeah. Oi, good night, Kaz. True, mate. I'm 45. These young crims, most of them laughable champs. Yeah, I don't understand it. There's a whole new world out there now that I literally do not, I don't understand it. Love your response. Must be a good ending. I agree. Don't, but it does. I think, you know. No way. It's a trap. I still can't believe. I still can't believe that fell down like minutes after I started my live. Could not believe that. Nessie asked you, "Hey Biff, is a collab with Todd Carr still on the books?" Yeah, 100%. So, Nessie, so a collab with Todd Carr is still on the books. So, he's going to be doing. We spoke about it when I was doing that stuff with Todd. So he's going to be doing a walkthrough at one of the Sydney prisons, and he invited me to come along with him. So, yeah, I guess that's the next time we're going to be doing our collab was when he does the walk through the closed prison that's just closed down there. Oi, night, Mumsy, absolute beautiful. Mwah, love ya. Some of my old schoolmates still give me shit for asking too many questions. True, 100%. I'm just going to use the ablutions, guys. I'll chuck some music on here for you.
Every time the camera's on, you're riding with me through the storm. From the stories to the struggle, yeah, you've been there all along. Oh, late nights, real talk, true spilling through the mic, and the chaos crew shows up every single time. You ain't just fuse, your family. Every comment hits like loyalty. Through the highs and the lows, you ride for me, and that means more than you'll ever see. Shout out to the kids. So here's my love, my thanks, my tune. From Biff to the Chaos Crew. You're more than fans, you're part of the name. Together we ride through the chaos and pain. Shout out to the Chaos Crew, the best on YouTube, it's true. You keep this whole thing real, every word, every view. From the heart, yeah, Biff's got you. I'm grateful every time I do what I do. Forever loyal, forever true. The Chaos Crew, this one's for you. This one's for you.
Yeah. From Port Phillip. I want to send a super chat when you go to the toilet. Oh, thank you, legend. Ew. Usus, what's going on? Biffalo. Yeah, there was never going to be a Chaos Crew song without the word Port Phillip in it. It was just always going to be. Yep, I'm having a special time with my cat, Midnight. She's 10 years old. She has FIV, so quality time right now while I watch Biff and you guys. Oh, bugger. Oh, the office is looking good. Thank you. What I was trying to say is I always seem to send you. Oh, wait. What? Did I miss it? Hang on. Thank you, JD. You bloody legend. JD Kadoos. Thank you, mate, for your super duper $7.99. Just saying it. Thank you. Gadoosh. Buffalo soldier coming to America. He was a Buffalo soldier. Oi, Mark P, you bloody legend. Gave you something to do when you had no phone service or internet. Correct. This is true. But no, I did it today. You're on the up and up, mate. Thank you, buddy. From the Gabby's got you. River.
Is this a conspiracy? Crucified for no sins.
Up and away. No, wait, don't go away.
Lost within my plans for life.
It all seems so unreal.
I'm a man cut in half in this world, left in my misery. The reverend, he turned to me without a tear in his eyes.
Have you thought about the plasma injection? Nah.
Ask him why, I will remember.
Love our souls and wants of me. Now I watch the falling rain.
All my mind can see now is your. Well, I guess you took my youth and gave it all away like the birth of a new.
What happened to the picture behind me?
Love would end in rage, and when she
Biff Meister, what happened to the picture behind you? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one that I used to have? The actual... I used to have this as my backdrop. It was an actual sign from the city, and it was like from the 90s. It was an Echo sign when Echo was like a pretty like popular brand. And if that's the one you're talking about,
someplace far abound, I must reverse my life. I can't live in the past, then set my soul.
So JD says,
Through all those
hang on a
complex
sec.
years, I thought I was alone. I didn't care to look around.
JD says, I'm going for my 23rd. Going to my 23rd for my infusion, 6 monthly. Yeah, well, see, that's exactly what my new medication will be. It's like against my total, but I guess a medication that I have to take 3 times for the rest of my life rather than taking a medication twice a day for the rest of my life. I will, like, you wouldn't think so. I'm absolutely petrified of needles. Yeah, I'm covered in tattoos. I know it doesn't make sense, but I am. You can ask JJ what it's like when I'm somewhere where I know they're about to give me a needle. Like, I'm ready to throw hands with people over it. And like, yeah, it's not something that I'm proud of, but I hate it, right? And yeah, the new medication that I have. So JD's got multiple sclerosis the same as I have. And so my new medication will be an infusion. It'll happen once a year for 3 years, and then I'll never have to have MS medication again. It sounds way too good to be true. I don't know, but I don't know. Apparently people are getting very good results from it. So I can confirm. Oi, chilling with your guitar, you bloody legend. Nah, so no. That so because they're canvases, yeah. So like, it's not going to make a sound when it falls off because it's like canvas. If it was paper, you'd be able to hear it. But I seen it. I seen it when it fell off. The medication regime sounds crazy. It does, but like when I first got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, there was 0 medications that was not injectable. So every single medication when I first got diagnosed was injectable, and then they brought out the medication that I am prescribed now, which is called Gilenya, Gilenya. And then they brought that one out. So what was actually really funny about this, and fuck you, Port Phillip. So it wasn't on the PBS when they first put me on it, and so it was costing the jail something like $70,000 a month to have me on that medication. And true story, they were literally trying to get me to like get off my medication just so they didn't have to pay it. It was pretty crazy. Fingers crossed on your new meds. I really hope so. So here's the truth. I should have already been on them now. So at the end of last year, I had an MRI scan and a neurologist appointment. And the day before, the neurologist office rang me up and said that your neurologist is sick today, so he's off for the next week. We have to rebook your appointment. So I just assumed that they were rebooking my MRI scan. Now, mind you, I've been waiting 9 months for this MRI scan, and yeah, I missed my MRI scan that day, so now I have to wait until fucking March. Like, how crazy is that? Like, since November, I had to wait till March to get an MRI scan done. Stupid. Here's the truth. Here's the absolute truth. I got better treatment and faster treatment when I was in prison, because they don't want to deal with the fucking bullshit if something happens. So, like, if I needed to go to the neurologist when I was in prison, you were generally going to see a neurologist within a week. And I can't even do that out here. I can't even ring up and say, hey, I want an appointment with my neurologist next week. They'll laugh at me and say, yeah, no worries, we'll ring you back in 2 months, which is what they do every time. So, yeah, good times, fun people. Be here till Tuesday. Try the stream. Us in the bush, Biff, get pushed to the end of the line. Oh, it sucks, doesn't it, Angelic? It's bullshit. Like, I really think that, like, I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with our fucking hospitals today. You can present yourself to an emergency room and tell them that you think you're having a heart attack, and guess what they're doing? They're putting you in the waiting room right next to the other people that have to wait 3 hours to get their appointments. Like, that many people die in waiting rooms in our hospitals because of this bullshit. Yeah. Nah, Sandy's all right. I can hear it. I can see it ticking away there. I had to pay to get a mole removed. I was waiting 4 years. See? How fucking bullshit is that? Quite possibly could have been a fucking cancer. I mean, I guess they probably tested it and stuff like that. But still, like, there's a lot of people in this chat right now that have, like, serious medical conditions. We've spoke about it at length at times. And everyone has got to agree that, like, whatever you call this part of life, what we're at with our medical situation at the moment is the worst it's ever been, ever. Yeah, when hospitals are turning people away, it's crazy. Jonesy says, Biff, I was just in a hit and run not too long ago and I walked out of the hospital the next day. See what I mean? 100%. Not only that, like, at the rate that they're turning people away that have some mental health issues and people like that present themselves to hospitals. As a matter of fact, the video that I done on Penelope Pratt, Penny Pratt. She shouldn't have been able to. She signed herself into hospital that day, into the mental ward, and was able to sign herself out the same day. But yeah, I think there's too many people being turned away from hospitals today as well. Don't forget our Indigenous friends getting put forward because of their skin color. New legislation brought in here, Victoria, a few years ago. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. Um, it's crazy being in a first-rate country, but we get treated like we're in a third world country for dental and doctors. The question is why. Look, I totally agree. I totally agree. Oi, Craig's Catfish, you bloody legend. Uh, I got cleaned up by you in New South Wales at work as a pedestrian. 23 injections later, 6 specialists and dodgy insurance company is my life. Damn. Damn. Thank you for saying that, Matthew. I decided I was going to not, but the truth is that yeah, Indigenous people unfortunately suffer a lot more health conditions than you know their Anglo-Saxon brothers. So um, therefore, oh bullshit. Oh really? No way. Oi, that dude was a hoarder too. Fuck, he had some cars and fucking trucks and caravans and shit out there. What? So all that's gone? All that's gone? Oi, Scott, you fucking legend. I got carpet burning in the bottom of my nuts, and the nurses wouldn't even moisturize them. True. I did my thesis on that. Oh, bullshit. No way. Absolutely everything, the house included, because that was Sean's mum's house, if I'm correct. Yeah, so they had 3 generations living at that house. They had grandmother, father, daughter. If I'm correct, I believe that's what it was. Indigenous health issues. Yeah, look, it's something I'm actually quite passionate about as well. You guys will hear me say this a lot. I get asked a lot who in prison, what race is treated the worst by the officers, and it's without a doubt the Indigenous. The Kooris. They 100% get 10 times treated worse than any other prisoner in there, and like yeah, it's always going to be the same. Yeah, it was 3 generations. Damn. Now they have all been put up in a caravan park for 3 nights, and that's it. Wait, what about after the 3 nights? Well, tell them to fucking get in contact with you, JJ. What the fuck are they supposed to do after 3 nights? That's my exact thought. Well, there you go. And surely there'd be people that are want to help out in these type of situations, and yeah, good on you. Oh well, sweet. Seeing as you do that, I need. So we're unable to get toilet paper at the moment. We're unable to get any food other than takeaway food. The butchers isn't open, so I can't buy the food I usually buy for my dog. My dog, as you know, doesn't eat. He eats meat, and yeah, it's hard. Yeah, no shit. Oi, Will Wilson, no chicken Kievs. I am like, this is like right now. I am in like a state of emergency with the no chicken Kievs. I told you I would drop some stuff off to you. Thank you. Oi, Skull and Bones, you bloody legend. So I actually did see you say that, and I said I was fine last live, but yeah, as it turns out, I don't know. The local shops are very sporadic at the moment. You've got to understand that any shop that had like the butchers, for instance, they have just lost out tens and tens of thousands of dollars of meat that they can do nothing with now because it's all off. And so a lot of businesses that have food and stuff like that are now getting rid of all the bad stuff. And yeah, they could drop some off at the Elvis Chopper. True. Gum leaves Biffo. True. Look, I think we've all been there and done that. We've all been camping. I was going to say we've all been on the run, but that's not the truth. So yeah, we've all been camping. I will say. I get kangaroo if you need it. So yeah, I buy. So what I buy myself. So my dogs eat non cereal dry food, but 90% 90% of raw meat every single night. So he has anywhere between 1 kilo and 1.5 kilos of raw meat every single night, and then um, I put um, a certain amount of the dry food in with that as well. Mix it all in, so it kind of looks like you know, so it's all mixed in. You could literally make one big dim sim out of it, but and then I just mash it all up, and yeah, that's what he eats. Did you see my offer? No, JD. I get mints too. Just tell me how much. Oh, true. Um, yeah, mints is the go. Dog eats better than I do. So my dog eats every single night, without a doubt, 1 kilo of raw meat from the butchers. Which consists of kangaroo, sheep, goat, fucking cow. Um, and the only thing they don't mix in with it is pork. I don't think. Gadoosh text. Sardines and carrots for your dog. True. Kangaroo, I even eat it. You need anything as well as true as OGs of this channel anytime. Oh, legends. On the roughy upside, I will, but don't tell Biff I have a microwave Kiev. No, no. Yeah, Zeus lives like an absolute fucking king. And like when I was, in my bad times, and like there wasn't a time where like I literally had starved myself for days just so I could feed my dog and make sure my dog went, in the bad times. Um, yeah, so yeah, he'll always, now that he can live like a king, he will always live like a king. All he asked is for love of me and food, and he gives me what he gives me, which is the best. It is your biggest fight or flight situation. You know what? The fire was one of those. Like, I've never felt more responsible for somebody's life than I had on that day. I think like it was like, um, yeah. Once again, I don't want to go down that, but yeah, the no text messaging thing was fucking wild. Like in an emergency, fucking wild. I used to give my Staffy a raw egg in his mint sometimes. Oh, yep. I do that too, Gunny. So I don't do that all the time, but I do that once or twice a week. I do the same thing, just crack an egg in there, and yeah. JD's like, listen, JD's got like so many dogs. We have to have a month of supply for 20. We have to have a 1 month supply for 20 dogs at all times, being a domestic business. Damn, that's crazy. JD actually showed me all his dogs the other day. Fucking heaps of dogs. You know what? That for me would be like, I don't know. That's like some type of heaven. Do you know what I mean? I would imagine. If heaven is a real thing, I don't know. Who knows? No one fucking knows. I don't know. All I know is the way the book tells. It's probably not the way it is. But like, I'd imagine if there was a heaven, that there's, you know what I mean? There's all these dogs just prancing around like fucking Bambi, having a good old time. For me, that would be heaven. I'd be like, wow, look at those dogs just having a fucking good old time. Did you lose everything in your fridge and freezer like we did? So we did, but we actually so I had two chicken Kiev boxes, right? Which is 4 chicken Kievs. And they were in the freezer, they were still cold, and I was like, you know what I'm like, I'm very funny, especially with chicken. And I chanced it because we really had nothing else we could do. It was a total fire ban, so I wasn't even allowed to wrap them up in foil and chuck them in the fire out the back and cook them in the fire. Um, but yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail, but let's just say my stomach didn't agree with them today. That's for sure. Oi, word, you bloody legend. Oi, dogs are the best. Oi, the rig, what's going on, legend? Yeah, dogs are the best. Dogs are the best of the best. All they want off you is two things. Two things. And your dog, doesn't matter whether your dog's this big or your dog's like Zeus. Your dog will give you nothing but unconditional love. And that would be, yeah, that's yeah, that's all you need to give a dog, and your dog will be your best friend forever. The other day we had 25 dogs inside and 20 puppies with the egg. Damn. Is there an AI chat observer turned on? Right. So hang on. There is, right. So it doesn't come on every time. So it is when I'm give me a second here. I should be able to fix that now. Maybe. Best of the best besides my two legendary sons. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm exactly the same. But yeah, I reckon I might leave it there, legends, and yeah, I will yeah, keep in mind, guys, that punctuality is key for me now, and I will make a point to be very, very, very vigilant on this punctual stuff. I guess, yeah, it took, yeah, I realized a lot of stuff today that I was doing wrong, and yeah, once again, I apologize, and changes will be made. And yeah, thank you, absolute legends, for joining again. And yeah, no doubt, we'll be live again tomorrow night. Gunhead just said, I lost my cat to cancer. Oh, 3 months ago. Now she was awesome. She had so much personality. Oi, all animals. You know what? Like I feel the same about, like, I don't have cats. Don't have a problem with cats, but like I never thought a bird would have so much personality, and I feel the same way about birds. Like they're fucking just little dudes. Yeah, nah, definitely. Cause here's the truth. Like, I need to be honest. Like, my sleeping pattern was starting to to play into my everyday affairs, and yeah, I was staying on live till 3 or 4 in the morning and stuff like that. Was getting some pretty bad sleeping habits and stuff like that. So yeah, onwards and upwards, as I say. But all right, legends, absolute legends. I will see you guys. So tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on the dot, premiere. And then yeah, I will let you guys know if we are going live tomorrow night during the day with a video. If not, I will let you guys know either way whether I'm going live or not going live. So you guys are never going to be sitting there twiddling your thumbs going, what's the fuck's going on? Yeah, we can't have that happening anymore, and it's not going to be happening anymore. But yeah, all right, legends. Much love, much respect. You guys are absolute. Whoa! Cupcake Kenny, you fucking what the hell? Dear Biff, I heard you were in a bit of a hairy situation. I wasn't worried about you carking it because I figured you'd probably just come back and haunt everyone anyway. Also, the fires couldn't get away because we got the sea all around us. Oi, thank you, you bloody legend, Cupcake, you bloody legend. Gadoosh. You literally, I was just jumping off. I actually feel bad now. Thank you, Kenny, you absolute bloody legend. Yeah, wow. Thank you, Kenny. Gadoosh, double gadoosh. Gadoosh. Yeah, thank you, legend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that that I have to jump off just as you've gifted like that. I feel absolutely horrible. But yeah, let's. I more than likely will be live tomorrow night. I'll let everybody know. But yeah, thank you so much. I actually feel quite terrible that I'm jumping off. Um, Thank you so much. But I will be there 100% 7 p.m. tomorrow night. There'll be a premiere. So I will see all of you legends tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the premiere. But tomorrow during the day, I'll let everybody know during the day whether I am or I'm not going live tomorrow night. All right. Thank you. Much love, much respect. And yeah, I'll catch all you legends tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Much love, much respect. As always, don't do drugs and crime.